Okay. So just coming to settle, maybe taking a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, stretching your body up. And as you breathe out, just allowing your belly and chest to relax, shoulder blades to drop down the back. Just keeping a bit of straightness in the spine, if that's okay. And then we're just going to set the intention. Then we're just going to do this practice of settling, grounding, resting, but then we're just going to explore where our minds go. Maybe just setting the intention to be curious. And also testing with motivation, why would we do that? Why might we benefit to have a better understanding where our minds go? What effect it has? And then just bringing your awareness to the breath. Maybe bring your attention to the belly or the chest, the nose or the whole breath, whatever works for you. Just allowing the body to breathe. And then we're just going to deepen the in-breath. So the in-breath and the out-breath are about the same length as each other. If that doesn't work, you can always just allow your body to breathe without regulating or controlling it. And then maybe counting to 3 or 4 on the in-breath, 3 or 4 on the out-breath, or saying, I know I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing out. Just following the breath, using the words or counting. We've got our full attention just on the breath. When the mind wanders, as our minds do, just coming back to the breath each time. Deepening the in-breath, maybe lengthening the out, just having the same length as each other. And possibly counting to 3 or 4 on the in-breath, 3 or 4 on the out-breath, saying, I know I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing out. So just using the regulation of the breath, the counting of the words, it's a way of maybe helping our minds to settle. Maybe they start to slow a little bit, or space between the thoughts. Just allowing the experience to be as it is. If it feels like they speeded up, that's how it is. And sometimes we bring awareness to our thoughts. It appears that maybe they speed up, we're more aware of thoughts. And when the mind gets carried away with the thinking, then just coming back to the breath. Then bring your attention particularly to the out breath. With each out breath, maybe it's a sense of just a relaxation in the body, almost like the awareness is dropping in the body. The body is held by the ground, as if the mind is held by the body. And then letting go, a particular awareness on the breath, and just bringing your full attention to the body. Very aware of all the sensations within the body. Notice if your mind wanders and becomes focused on one particular area, and then just expanding out again to the whole body. Maybe being aware of how sensations change, how they come and go. Becoming aware of your hands. Maybe they're on your lap. Notice sensations. What are they touching? Maybe each other. Maybe your lap. Maybe the sensation of air as well. Really notice what that feels like. How does the contact of one hand with the other feel? And that hand with the first hand. Be curious about the two sensations of the two hands. Be curious about the sensation of the hands against the leg. What does the pressure feel like of the hands? Just on the thighs. But also the sensations the hands are being held by the thighs. Just keeping your whole attention just on the hands, with on the thighs, the contact with the thighs as well. And then just moving the attention from the hands, maybe into the thighs and into the lower body. Noticing which parts of the body touch the chair. The feet on the floor, the contact of the feet with the floor. Really sensing into that sense of grounding, that connection with the floor. Body being held by the gravity and ground. How does that feel? Maybe finding somewhere in the body that just feels safe, grounded. Just settling here. Awareness deep into the body, sense of grounding and safety. Again, if the mind wanders, just coming back to the body. Contact the body, chair, the ground. A place that feels safe within the body. Experience of being grounded. You find yourself being lifted up to the head, getting caught up in thinking again. Just gently coming down. That sense of contact, maybe using the out breath as well, just to settle back in the body. We're going to let go a particular tension on the body. Just going to rest the mind in the present. I'm just going to allow the mind to rest, to allow all experiences just to arise and pass. All sensations just to arise, display and go. Emotions just to appear and letting them go. And our thoughts like clouds passing through the sky, not getting caught up in thinking. Then, if you find yourself getting caught up in thinking, your mind carried away, just using the breath to come back to the present, just a gentle touch on the breath. So, not like at the beginning where we had our full focus on the breath. Now we're just going to have a gentle touch, like the touch of a feather, just enough to help us bring us back to the present. The breath always in the present, and then resting the mind again. We're not trying to suppress thoughts or any experience, we're just allowing them to flow, allowing them to come and go. So we just rest in that stability of awareness. The mind wanders, just using the breath, just to come back to the present. See breath as an anchor. And then, if you notice your mind has wandered, you're caught up in thinking, just noticing what it is. Where's your mind gone? Just being curious. So you're not analysing it or getting caught up in thinking about thinking, just noticing it and coming back to the present. So each time you become aware of thinking, just noticing, where did my mind go? And then coming back to the present. Just noticing if your mind's wandered. And if it has, just noticing where it's gone. Has it gone to the past or the future? Daydreaming. And then just gently coming back to the present. Where's your mind wandered to? Has it gone to the past or the future? Daydreaming or your present? Just noticing, coming back to the breath and to the present. And the next time your mind wanders, seeing if you can maybe backtrack. Where did that thought come from? Where did it originate? What cropped up in the mind that caught your attention, led to your mind being carried away? Or maybe there was some sensory experience, something you heard or felt, saw. Just being curious. How did your mind get to where it got to? And then just noticing where your mind is again, maybe how you got here. And then we're just going to drop a question in. So just bring your awareness back to the present, using the breath just to help you stay present. Then I'm just going to drop a question in. What habitual patterns do I have in my thinking? But you're not analysing or thinking about it, just see what crops up. Maybe being aware of the things that popped up when we were doing the practice. What are my habitual patterns in my thinking? Where does my mind tend to go? To the future or the past, daydreaming about particular things. What are my habitual patterns in my thinking? And then letting go of that question. And maybe just dropping in another question. Again, just seeing what comes up, like dropping a stone into a pebble and watching the ripples. What happens when I get caught up in my habitual patterns of thinking? What happens when I get caught up in my habitual patterns of thinking? Just noticing what comes up. Maybe nothing does, and that's okay. If something does come up for you, then just noticing it, letting it go, and see if anything else comes up. What happens when I get caught up in my habitual patterns of thinking? And then letting go of this question, resting again in the present. As we come towards the end, just setting an intention, bringing attention of mindfulness, of being mindful, recognizing when we get carried away with thinking, when we fall into habitual patterns. With an intention of just coming back to the present, using our muscle of mindfulness to come back to the present. Each time we get carried away with thinking, particularly getting caught up in our habitual patterns. Maybe within that intention, thinking about what you might do in particular, how it would work for you. And then just touching in with motivation. Why would you do that? Why is it a benefit to recognize when we're caught up in these habitual patterns and to come back to the present? How it might benefit us to be more present, less reactive, but also how that might benefit those around us as well.